Hey everybody, Rick Sully. It is so good to be back with you. It's been probably a month since I've last been live, so I want to apologize for that because I'm sure a lot of you are getting up every single morning thinking, is this the day? Is this the day that he's going to come back with a live video? But here I am. So if you were missing me, and if you ever go through this point again, I really encourage you to check out my YouTube channel. It has an entire catalog of all of my videos, so you just go to YouTube and search Rick Sully. And then you also, if you would prefer not to see me, and you just want to hear my voice as you're driving, working out, whatever the case might be, you can always check out the Sully Says podcast via iTunes. But today I want to talk about something that is, I guess, very important to me. I never really knew it had a name for the longest time. I always did it, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that my father instilled this in me at a young age. But it's talking about manifestation, or the laws of attraction. And this concept became very popular about 2006. If any of you remember the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And this book, millions of copies, they made a movie out of it. And it really kind of put a stake in the ground into this concept of laws of attraction. Basically what it's saying is our thoughts and feelings attract corresponding energy to ourselves. So if we think negative thoughts, we're going to attract negative things. If we think positive things, or thoughts, we're going to attract positive things. So ultimately it's saying we all have the power to determine our own destiny, and we create our own reality. So the manifestation part is, it's part of it. But what I've always done is the visualization part, okay? Because I always believe that you need to see it and get a mental picture of it before it becomes a reality. As a matter of fact, I did a video earlier this summer from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, and I called it Want It, Picture It, Plan It, and Get It. And this is something that has, really been the cornerstone of what I believe in as a sales professional, as a parent, as an athlete. Is you need to kind of paint this mental picture in your head, I guess a blueprint, if you will, and then you begin to build what you're trying to build. So I guess, let's take a step further. And the only issue that I have with the concept of The Secret, the laws of attraction or manifestation are only going to work if you have specific goals, you have an action plan, you work hard every single day towards something, whatever that thing is you're trying to obtain, and you attack your desires with enthusiasm and passion. All right? The concept of just sitting there every single day and thinking about what you want and expecting the universe to give it to you, no strings attached, no guilt involved, that's not realistic. That's not how life works. You have to meet them halfway. And I know there's people out there that are probably going to take umbrage with this, push back and say, I disagree. You just have to think about it and it'll happen. I don't agree. But I'll get a little bit more into that as I go further along. But I think the best quote that I've come across in terms of talking about my concept is from Jim Carrey, who is, for about a 15-year period, one of the funniest actors on screen. And he said, I'm a big believer in visualization. But he goes, you can't just visualize something and then go get a sandwich. You've got to work hard. And I thought that summarizes it pretty good. But in terms of manifestation, I needed to do a little bit more research myself to truly get a handle on what this term meant. And I found a great article, and you can Google this, by Gabrielle Bernstein. All right, and she talked about the 5 principles for manifesting your desires. So I'm going to outline these for you, just give you a little bit of background. And I think this sets the stage for the next part of my talk where I get into visualization a little bit more. First thing you got to do is you got to clear space. All right, I don't care if you want to pray, if you want to meditate, if you want to exercise, but you're looking for guidance to help you clear all the blocks in your mind that prevent you from believing in your greatness. And think about that, because the one person that's going to hold you back, and this is a common theme with all of my talks, the one person that's going to hold you back from being great is you. Next is you want to get clear. This is so critical because so many of us don't really have a clear idea of what we're trying to accomplish. We have a general idea, I'd like a house, or I want a new car, or I want to do this, or I want to win this award, I want to get promoted to the next level at my network marketing company. Whatever it is, you have a general idea. That's not good enough. You need to zero in, and you need to know exactly what it is you want. Otherwise, you're going to manifest a lot of stuff you don't want and you don't need. Okay, this kind of dovetails on what I said earlier. Gabrielle's comment was think it, feel it, believe it. All right? And I'm going to dig into this a little bit more when I talk about visualization, but clearly it has to be here in your heart before it happens out here. Okay, next is chill. All right, we all get so like high strung. We want it to happen tomorrow. I want this thing in my life. I'm guilty of that. You know, it's been over a year since I started doing these videos, and I have a master plan of, you know, personal development, coaching, motivational speaking, sales training, all these things. And I'm anxious because it's not happening as quickly as I want it to. Because I'm in a world of sales where, you know, here's your goal. You hit your goal, you're rewarded. It's not like that. If it's something you really want and it's worth working toward, it's going to take time. So relax. You know you're doing the right things. Let it come to you when it's time. All right? You can't control the timing. You can only control the things that you're putting into it. And this last one, I know this sounds a little bit hokey, and this isn't what I subscribe to, but if you look at it in the grand scale of what they're really trying to say, it does make sense. Know the universe has your back. Okay, if you're really going to embrace these first 4 steps that she talks about, clean house, get clear, and feel happier, then you're going to feel this, like, kind of this process is therapeutic. It's going to help you realize you're right where you need to be. And when it's time for this greatness to come to your life, it will happen. All right, so what I want to do is spend the next couple of minutes talking a little bit about visualization. All right, because this is critical. And it's not just like when you're driving your car, hey, I think that'd be really cool to have a house, you know, a new house, or I can't wait to get a new car. It has to be a process. It has to be consistent. It has to be regimented, and it starts with finding a quiet time and place every single day. All right, your happy place, if you will. You go, you sit there, you have no distractions. All right, you can play some soothing music, you can play some ambient sounds, or just embrace the peace and quiet. But what you need to do is you need to allow your mind to become a blank slate. And what you do is I want you to close your eyes. If you're driving right now, listening to a podcast, do not close your eyes. But I want you to close your eyes and physically picture a hand pulling down a screen in front of you, like a movie screen. If we all think back to we were in high school, at least the people my age, they actually used to have to pull the screen down for you to watch something on the overhead projector. So picture that coming down. And then on that screen, I want you to picture the goals that you want to achieve on that screen. All right, almost as if it's a movie of what you want to accomplish playing on that screen. I want you to feel yourself, see yourself already experiencing those goals. All right, what you're doing is you're letting your subconscious mind know that this is exactly what you want to have happen in your life. And the great thing about it is you can picture whatever it is you want. A new car. Maybe it's winning an award at your company. Maybe it's getting to the next level in your network marketing company and getting the keys to a new Lexus. Whatever it is, you must be so clear about the visualization. As I've talked in the past, I want to have a home on the beach. But it's not good enough to just see a home on the beach. You need to feel the hardwood or tile under your bare feet. You need to see it on this movie screen. You need to imagine yourself enjoying a cup of coffee and a book in the morning while sitting on the deck as the sun rises. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Hear and see the waves all around you and the birds and the seagulls flying by on this screen. And if you're doing this every single day, it is subconsciously preparing you for this event to happen. You have to imagine it vividly, it has to be a realistic, and it has to become a complete and transformative experience for you. And I promise you, if you do this, it is going to get you closer to your goal. All right, so when you finish your visualization session, you don't just get up and leave. You've got to review your written plan for achieving your goals. And this is kind of where I deviate a little bit from the concepts in The Secret, because I believe you've got to write your goals down as well. You've got to review them. And then you've got to do is you've got to review your plan for achieving those goals. All right? This is going to allow your subconscious mind to sync with reality. And the two are going to come together. And so what you're basically doing is you've got your visualization, what you want to accomplish. You've got a written plan, how you're going to do it. And the two are merging together to allow you to get where you want to go. All right, and here's the best part about this process. You are 100% in control of programming your subconscious. But you have to show it exactly what you want through consistent, intense, and vivid visualization coupled with the comprehensive plan that I mentioned earlier. Now, I am a big believer, anybody who knows me intimately knows I'm a big believer in reading books, listening to books. And I challenge you to listen to books on how the subconscious mind works and how you could put it to good use for you. It's going to give you additional tips and insights, and it's going to make this process a lot easier. Certainly, The Secret is a good book to start with because it gives you kind of an overview of the idea. I'd also recommend The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, The Psychology of Winning by Dennis Waitley, and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, what I would love from all of you in the comments below, if there's a book on the subconscious mind that you've read, or just a concept of seeing and believing and achieving, any book along those lines, please put it in the comments below. And if you have a specific process that you go through in your manifestation and visualization, please share your comments as well. Now, the most powerful weapon that you have in your life is your mind. It can lift you to unimaginable heights or hold you back from achieving greatness. And it's entirely up to you. I always say the person in the mirror looking back at you holds the key to everything good and great and wonderful in your life. So please, if you liked what you heard, give me a like, a love, laugh, cry face, whatever. Leave a comment. Check out my podcast. Check out my YouTube channel. And let's get some dialogue going, because I really believe this is the key to unlocking an amazing 2018 for all of you. So have a wonderful Christmas, all my friends and family, and you'll see me a couple times over the next week. Talk to you soon.